I was surprised that Belize hasn't approached the IMF for funding because the IMF has something called the Rapid Financing Instrument, the RFI, and something like 100, and I think 102 is the last I saw. 102 countries have applied to the IMF for their rapid financing instrument for funding under that. And what that is, they've been approving the requests really, really quickly. They have something like 100 billion US dollars earmarked for on lending to member countries. Yeah. And it comes without the usual strings that are attached to IMF programs. So, if in Belize we're familiar with standby arrangements and so on, and usually have these strict conditions that would accompany an IMF program. So you have to have a primary surplus of a certain amount. You have various things that you need to do. You might need to raise taxes or devalue your dollar,
or cut public wages.
Cut public wages, retrenchment, all that stuff. Yeah. So the RFI doesn't come with those strings because it's a type of emergency financing, and the interest rate is less than 1%. So I'm surprised Belize wasn't one of the countries that approached the IMF about this. Jamaica has. Jamaica recently got 520 million US dollars from the IMF under the RFI. I know Barbados was recently approved for it as well, so too the Bahamas, and several countries around the world. Like I said, 102 last I checked had applied. Up to the end of May, about 50 had been approved, and it doesn't come with the same conditions. So I'm not sure what the hesitation was. Perhaps it's just this perception that the IMF is bad, why Belize didn't approach them. But I do note that we've approached other multilaterals and been approved for lending.